It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Baller with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, this UTSA versus Texas matchup today is huge. Steve Sarkisian knows his team could easily be looking ahead to some of the monster matchups they have in the SEC. But he has told his players, we have got to stay locked in. This might be the biggest game of the year for UTSA. Our target is on our back. We cannot look ahead. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Roadrunners offense will have the football first. And onto the field comes Owen McCown. This quarterback, one of the best in the country, but boy, does he face a stiff challenge with a stingy unit on the other side. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's a welcome sight for this defense, man. You got 4 sacks last week. They talked about it. Getting to the quarterback, pressuring him, making him feel uncomfortable. To do it on the first drive, to set the tone, to show him we're coming just like we were last week. It's a good start by this defense.
And it's the Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Henderson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They'll run play action. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Back to pass, it's McCown. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Longhorns offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Arch Manning. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll move the wide receiver. Arch is going to throw for it. That's caught. It's Wingo. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's McCown. Right on the money. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to get it through the air. Complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, we're only in the 1st quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking long. Makes the grab on the shot. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
Yeah, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
He's so excited because you don't see him very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Henderson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
To the air, it's McCown. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Throwing Manning. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Manning on play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Throwing right. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And how about that as an offensive call? Like you bring 3 tight ends in the game, everything looks tight, bunched up. We're going to mash you, run the football, run a little bit of play action, sneak him out of the backfield.
Finding some room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Dropping back, it's McCown. Got his man on the outside. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows. And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keeps...
Maybe a crease. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Running inside. It's Smothers. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, Manning. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Longhorns come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turning it on. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be first and goal.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. Here's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's trying to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Well, the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver. And it wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll line up for a second down play. The run inside. It's Henderson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Back to throw. It's McCown. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They've got a little time to work with to try to add to this lead. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Play action, here's Manning. He's going to take a shot. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And the offense will stay out there for one more play with 1 second remaining in the first half. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Buffalo taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's Buffalo engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And it's the Roadrunners. We'll kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Longhorns head coach at the half. They have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
All right, Holly. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Again, it's Brown. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and then kind of...
Could be an alley. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to him. Oh, he's got some space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Here we go, ready.
Hand off for Brown. Finds a crease at the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Wilson's got it. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for room, it's Henderson. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. He'll pull it down. Quarterback got it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Back to pass, it's McCown. Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Gibson on the option. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Runs through the tackle. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Manning. Grab near the sticks. It's Wingo. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Got a little grass. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Man, these offenses that are built for late game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out. If they're going to cut into this deficit, let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to run it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep.
Here we go. Ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorn. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. To the air, it's McCown. The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Firing to the right, complete. On the move at the 30. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's McCown. Here's a heat. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Not one, not two, 3 sacks in a row. That's how you assert yourself on defense, continuing to get after that quarterback, hit him, make him feel uncomfortable, collect those sacks.
And it's the Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's Arch to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. They get to him as he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Looking for a man. It's McCown. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Roadrunners want to move quickly. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Bringing the heat. He gets away. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation, and right now you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back.
There's a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It smothers. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it.
Caught, and he's got room. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Running inside, it's Henderson.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Pulls and fires complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Pick up with 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.